Good morning, sweethearts. Happy Magical Monday. Welcome to the energy of the 13. And welcome to the beauty and the magic of Venus and Jupiter. How y'all doing? Good morning, Rose. How you doing, beautiful? You're going to find, sweethearts, with Jupiter and Venus crossing paths, if you will, in the cosmic skies of things today and tomorrow, you're going to find that humanity is going to be, well, pleasantly surprised, depending on their perception. Good morning, Linda, Saeed, John, Pretty. Big hugs and blessings, sweethearts. And you're going to find with this, Venus is all about love, bliss, beauty, harmony, abundance. Jupiter's energies are going to enhance and multiply that by 10, if you will. And you're going to find, sweet ones, your hearts are going to expand in ways that you can only imagine. And these energies together are going to really show you the necessity for your own self-love and your own self-care. It's going to amplify sevenfold that which twitterpates your heart. And the most beneficial thing you can do during these energies, and to get the most out of Venus and Jupiter energies, truly, sweet ones, is to put your hands over your heart and ask your heart, your soul, your spirit, what is the most beneficial thing I may do for you? Thank you, Lorraine. My morning lick, my hair gets all ratted if I don't put it in a ponytail or a braid when I sleep at night because it's so long. And so you are really going to find, sweethearts, that if you listen to the whispers of your heart and you take action on those whispers, no matter how illogical it may seem, you are going to find, sweethearts, that as long as you take a step, you're going to find it's going to be amplified, and you are going to be supported in ways that, again, your mind cannot wrap itself around. And so as Venus opens your hearts, as humanity is now facing the energies of a mass, magnificent awakening, those who have energetic blockages, walls, chains around their hearts in any way, shape, or form, those who have not dealt with the fears that keep them from opening their hearts, following their passion, listening to their intuition, sweet ones, you will be faced with it. If you have any belief, any chain, any wall that keeps you limited in a box in any way, shape, or form of love, if you have any conscious or unconscious, knowingly or unknowingly, seen or unseen attachments of conditional love to the concept, the energy, and the frequency of love, it's coming up for you to deal with. It's coming up for you to recognize it for what it is, a fear, and to release it. Anything of the old has to go, sweethearts. And that is the power and the magnificence and the beauty of Jupiter and Venus crossing paths. And hello, Ziki. Hello, Rhonda, Phoenix, Alice, Melinda, Yoga, Ellen. Big hugs and blessings, Parth. How y'all doing this morning, sweethearts? Good morning, Bharat. Big hugs and blessings. And so, sweethearts, as we go through this, know that if you allow yourself to stay heart-centered and not react to that which is presenting itself. And to really allow yourself to see through the physical presentation experience and really give yourself permission. Self, reveal me to myself, so we may transform this through these energetic blessings that I am being given. Good morning, Heather. How you doing, beautiful? If you allow yourself to be very present with these energies, sweet ones, you are going to soar into a space and a frequency of bliss and harmony, much more graceful, much more gentle, and with a lot more peace and harmony within you. You're also going to find, sweet ones, the energies of Venus and Jupiter are really going to, for those who have done the inner work, that have allowed themselves to be open-hearted, who have allowed themselves to become vulnerable and transparent. There's no reason to hide. The only reason you hide, sweethearts, from the outside world, well, that I'm too sensitive, I can't be around all these people. That's a blockage. In these frequencies, in the spaces we have moved into, in an energetic bandwidth of frequencies that we have moved into, sweethearts, again, that is a self-deception that these energies are showing you. There is no purpose for you to hide anymore. To sit there and say, I can't be around certain people because their energies are a lower vibration, or they are of 3D, or I'm too sensitive, I can't handle their negative energy, that's a blockage. That was an old 3D spirituality mindset that you needed, a tool that you needed at that point in time to get you to the space you are right now. Remember, there is no more separation. And everything on your spiritual journeys that you have learned were tools to bring you from a space of separation into a space of unity. Now, you have entered into those frequencies of unity. Those tools, those beliefs, those teachings are no longer needed because they are all of the old. You are masters. There's no reason you continue to need to be taught, if you will. All your information is within. And these energies are asking you, encouraging you to really step into that mastery, step into the knowing that you know what you know, what you know, and you're also going to find, sweethearts, these energies of Venus and Jupiter are going to make that much more easier, much more graceful, and it is going to give you and boost the confidence. And for those who still hang on to, you have to, that teaching of you have to believe in yourself. Well, if you need to believe, there you go. These energies are going to amplify and magnify to you your belief in yourself, your self-confidence, and it is going to encourage you to step out and to listen to the whispers of your heart. And you're going to find the longer that you hold back, the more you do not follow your intuition and your inner guidance, you will be presented with experiences of chaos for not following your intuition. And you're also going to find, sweet ones, that for those who have allowed themselves, who have done the inner work, who have allowed themselves to be open, to be vulnerable, and the key word there is vulnerable and transparent. All these people, they're afraid to put their pictures up. They're afraid to do this. They're afraid to do that because, well, somebody might stalk me or this or that happening. Those are all fears being presented for you. The only person you're hiding from yourself, well, I'm a very private person. No, you're scared of yourself. And when you have an open heart, sweethearts, it's transparent. You're not ashamed of anything. You have no secrets. You have no skeletons. And how you doing, Elizabeth? Big hugs and blessings. Heather, what are you saying here, sweetheart? Oh, wow, yes, yesterday my ex-husband sat behind me yesterday at our boys' ball game, and I was all smiles and so much comfort. And it hasn't been that way. I even smiled and said hi and offered a piece of candy without thinking. Good for you, beautiful. Hallelujah. That's beautiful. And sweet ones, you're going to find your relationships are going to be pretty much can be put into a category of one or two things. And whether that is with a work relationship, a romantic relationship, a long distance romantic relationship, whether that's with your friends, your family, it doesn't matter. It's all relationships. And every relationship is going, good morning, Rhea, how you doing? Beautiful. And every relationship that you have right now, especially going into these energies, you are going to find they're all going to be transformed. Because every single one of your relationships in your physical presence right now, there is an emotional attachment. And those will be revealed to you. And as they're revealed, and you're going to find, sweet ones, this is really, really magical. And what this is going to do for you, it literally is going to show you where you are preventing yourself from having that ultimate love affair, that ultimate experience, that ultimate Twitter painting of your heart. And that doesn't have to be confined to a love romantic relationship, but those will be amplified through this. And you're going to find those are your romantic relationships, your intimate relationships, if you will. Those, if you are attracted to somebody that you hang around with, if you are have what could be termed or coined as your best friend that you have hidden feelings for that you've never addressed with each other, guess what's coming up? If you have buried any kind of feelings or thoughts that could, because of the physical world, that you have hidden, or those secret affairs that you are in or were in that nobody knows, sweet ones, it's really, really necessary to understand this. No longer are the energies that we have entered into going to support those hidden affairs, those hidden, not in aligned, human taught behaviors of the old, where the mindsets were, and this is a big thing, especially with social media in the past energy, sweet ones, and pay attention here. In your relationships of the old, cheating was a huge thing. And one of the underlying energies was, because you have been enslaved to be in a contractual relationship, if you will, so often people stayed in relationships when they were unhappy or love was not present. Because society dictated it, our parents dictated it, this or that dictated. You felt the obligation to the children, this, that, or the other, it doesn't even matter. But you're going to find that the majority of humanity went behind the scenes, whether it was conscious or not, whether they knew that what they were doing could be labeled wrong or not, if you will. Look at the energy behind everything, sweet ones. And this is important, because so much of humanity, and all of us, if you have to use the word guilty of it, are guilty of this. And it's something that's coming up right now. Emotional cheating. Now, in your relationships, you have been taught that it is cheating if you connected with another. And the majority of the relationships in what humanity labeled as midlife crises, or this or that, or whatever it may be, But so many were in relationships that became third-party relationships because of hidden affairs or friendships that became more intimate. And I'm not necessarily saying they went to a space of sexual exchange. What I'm saying is the emotions behind it. So many people fall in love with another even though they're in a relationship or they're married or they're this or that because they have now connected emotionally and have formed an emotional attachment. And all of those hidden things, all of those hidden secrets, all of those energies that are associated with love relationships are going to be coming up if you have not dealt with them. And so with that comes the guilt and the shame that is going to be released. But sweethearts, out of these energies that are going to be bringing up these blockages, and these energetic behavior patterns of the past, you're going to find that once you release these, you are literally bringing yourself into a frequency of coming into and manifesting and having that physical equal hand-in-hand ultimate love relationship. Now, whether that is with a karmic partner, whether that is coming into a space of a life partner, because there's different stair steps going to your to get to your divine consort, or for those of us that are coming into union manifesting that are on a divine consort mission, will be coming into union. Now, it's really helpful to understand, sweet ones, the divine consort, what you label twin flame, is a work mission. There's more pain than it is pleasure. And you're finding that as you come into union, those two are energies that are being neutralized and harmonized. As the divine feminine are no longer, one is rising while one is waiting. They are rising together hand in hand. They are in sacred union. And that's a beautiful thing that will be amplified through these. And so, as we go through this planetary awakening that is going to truly push all of humanity into a more awakened state, deeper truth and clarity is going to be revealed, sweet ones. The dominoes are going to fall even more. This is where we stay in our peaceful hearts. As beautiful as the energies of Venus and Jupiter are, they're beautiful for a purpose. Not only is it to bathe humanity in this planet with love, peace, harmony, and abundant energies, but those energies that it's going to be bathing is also going to be bringing up anything that is condensed within you, anything that is still holding the carbon-based aspects of your vessel in place. It's going to shake it loose. And Dad, Linda, what was divine union like for you? Can you describe that feeling? Tammy, sweetheart, you will know when you come into union with your masculine within yourself. When you harmonize your feminine and masculine essences within yourself, you will find that you will not look, feel, act, engage in your romantic relationship, any relationship. I can't limit it to just romantic. You're going to find that you do not see humanity or men, if you will, the same way. You're going to find that the jealousy for a woman who looks at your man, or if a man looks at your man looks at another woman, that isn't there. You're going to find when you come into union within yourself, this outside world no longer dictates to you. You're going to see it as the illusion for what it is. You're going to be able to see. Tammy, let me answer it like this. For me, I don't need a man. Now, understand when I say that, I'm talking from a physical sense. Love and sex in the old ways and the old frequencies were tied in together as being one and the same thing. And when you come into union within yourself, do you still have the desire to have that companionship? Absolutely. But when you come into union, what is that feeling? Freedom. Love has been enslaved in your minds that it is an emotion. And love is not an emotion. An emotion comes from your mind. Love is everything. It's what you say is dark. It's what you say is evil. It's what you say is demonic. It's what you call entities are attacking you. It's the beauty of the flower. It's the smell of nature. It's the sun. It's the moon. It's the stars. It is your emotion. It is everything, and it is nothing. It is all, and it is. So when you come into union within yourself, a physical union is not necessary. And when you come into union with yourself, you come into a space that no matter what this physical world presents to you, you see the beauty and the magic in it. You come to understand when you come into union, the feeling, it is what it is. And to truly understand, and you come into that understanding of what love truly is. You see the physical world for what it is. You understand it for what it can be. And you transform it to what you know it to be. And that is the most glorious feeling in the world, sweet ones. So many of you still in this space are wanting and needing and focused on an outside physical relationship. Your twin flame, my divine consort, this, that, or the other. And you're going to keep seeking it. It will not manifest. What will manifest is a lesson. Your own energy. Because until you come into union within, everything on the outside will dictate that. And your mind will trick you. Your mind will try to convince you that it is a twin flame. That it is your divine consort, sweet ones. It's not how energy works. It's not how the laws of the universe work. There is no being. It doesn't matter that you see 7.8 billion beings outside of you. They are not outside of you. They are within you. You are inner earth. Coming out as within, so without. And so you come to find when you come into pure harmonic balance and union of your divine masculine and feminine within yourself, your wants, needs, and desires are fulfilled within. You find that sexual gratification in the physical world is not necessary. So many of you, well, I've been single for 5, 10, 7, 15, 20 years. Look in the mirror and ask yourself, you still seeking a relationship, a romantic partner outside of yourself? Because if you were in union, if you were in complete harmonic balance, if you had all your energetic blockages without you, you would live in a space of continual bliss. Nothing would shake you, nothing would knock you off your rocker. Because you're in union within. I hope that answered your question, Tammy. Now, for those that will come into union with that divine consort, life partner, whatever you want to label it, whatever it is, at the space of your soul's evolution, you're going to find that your relationships will become, you're going to find, sweet ones, going forward in those relationships that you enter into when you have allowed your heart to come fully open. You're going to find, sweet ones, that you complete each other's sentences. And I'm not talking in the way the 3D mindset fathoms. But it's going to be like there is, even though it shows you that you have a feminine body or a masculine body next to you. When you are in union fully within and whole and complete within, and you come into that physical union manifested in a physical plane, you're going to find you merge, you melt into each other. There is no separation, and that you complement each other in every way. You're not afraid in your relationship with, when you're in union, you don't find the need to, and a human does this in relationships. They feel that they have to keep part of themselves hidden to keep their own identity. They have to have a man room and a girl's room and this and that to keep their separate identities. And that stuff melts away. It disappears. Because you are whole and complete within yourself. And you're strong enough in yourself that there is no codependency. And when you're in union within yourself, that manifests into your outer relationships. And you're going to, and especially your romantic. And Venus and Jupiter are going to be amplifying everything, especially in your romantic relationships, that is not in union within you. Where you still get mad that your man don't act the way you want him to act, or he doesn't do things the way you want to do. And or vice versa, you know. You're going to come into, and that's the beauty of all of these energies, sweet ones. Even though at times it seems like it's emotional, it's chaotic, it's overwhelming, you're done, you're tired. Everything that comes up to be presented truly is leading you back to your heart, the one thing you have abandoned and rejected and distrusted, which has affected every single one of your relationships your entire life from the second you were incarnated. And it's not that you have been abandoned by the Creator or anybody else. You have abandoned your heart. You have abandoned yourself, because your heart, your love, is creation. And the light, which is information, activates the passion of that love to propel you forward, to put that love that you feel in your heart into form. And that's the beauty of this. And that's why it is so necessary to really be in tune with yourself. Because you cannot be in service, selfless service, to anybody outside of you, to humanity, to this world, to Gaia, until you honor your heart. And we have so long have spent our lives serving others, thinking we were doing them a favor, thinking we were helping humanity, thinking it was authentic, knowing that underneath all of that, because we rejected ourselves, we didn't follow our own hearts, we shut it down, we put walls around it, we put it in a box, we put beliefs attached to it, we put hurt attached to it, we put anger, we shut ourselves down, and we abandoned and rejected ourselves. And your journey has been to face every single time that you have abandoned and rejected your heart. Your journey has been to neutralize and harmonize every single one of those times that you've done that. Where you have not stood in the truth of you. That you have hidden parts of yourself and had to lie to others or tell half-truths or this or that because you felt the need to protect yourself. To protect your heart when really you were shutting it down. And so your journey has been clearing all of those things. To tear down those walls and those shackles that have kept you prisoner. From mind beliefs. From thoughts. And so these energies coming in between Jupiter and Venus as they return to the, send out the energies of returning to the innocence of holding hands like children together, playing. It is going to expand your hearts. And it's going to awaken you even further into deeper truth. And beautiful, beautiful, deeper clarity. You're going to, all of humanity, and this is part of the veils being removed. All of humanity is going to feel these energies that are going to force them to open their hearts. And for those that this opens your hearts and reveals you to yourself, of still where you have attachments and beliefs and top beliefs to anything to do with opening your hearts, it's going to be coming up to be revealed. It's going to be revealed to you. Your intuition, your sensibilities, your gifts are going to be magnified and enhanced tenfold through this. And if you allow yourselves to really step into and ride this magic carpet wave that is being blessed and graced upon all of us, and you tune in to them, those energies, and you really invite them in and really connect to them, you're going to find, sweet ones, that which arises again is part of your world, your tower of the old crumbling. It's your towers fell. And when the rug is pulled out from underneath of you, you have to deal with the aftermath. And that's what these energies are doing. They're bringing up just those last remnants of where you're not allowing yourself to fully open up and reveal you to yourself. And remember, everybody else outside of us that seemingly do things to us or trigger us or this or that, they're doing a favor for us. They're playing a role just to trigger those things of the carbon-based vessel that has to be released. Remember, sweet ones, you're in your light bodies. This 1111 gateway, engage that fully. And now, going through this 1212 gateway, and Venus and Jupiter are really helping us with that. Coming into holding hands these next, today and tomorrow, they're really helping us with that, returning us to our innocence in the purity of all that we are, if you allow it. And many will feel the chaos and the turbulence of that because they have not, and listen to this word, hear this word, sweet ones, and keep it in the forefront of your thoughts the next 48 hours. When this stuff starts coming up, you're really going to feel it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Betrayal. Anything that you have emotionally attached love to in any way, shape, or form of betrayal that you have not dealt with, it's coming up. And there is no worse feeling to the human aspect of us that hurts us deeper to the core than betrayal. And when you can understand this, sweet ones, that any betrayal that you have had in your life, any betrayal, whatever way that experience was, directly ties into you betraying your heart. And when you can keep that knowing in the forefront of your thoughts, when these things, these energies, energetic blockages that keep you from being transparent, that keeps your heart from being lighter than a feather, any of these energetic blockages that are still part of the carbon-based vessel, carbon-based body that you are transcending and releasing, truly are a gift. A huge gift. Because the second you can forgive yourself for betraying your heart, that's what it comes down to. Your heart is the Divine Mother. It is the Divine Feminine. Your love is that. And the passion is the light or the masculine essence within yourself. And you're going to find that nobody has ever betrayed you. It was you who betrayed your heart and shut it down. And if you can keep that in the forefront of all the experiences that you're going to be coming into as these are released, sweet ones, it's going to make this much more graceful, not only for you individually, but for the collective and for humanity. Because even those who have chosen not to awaken and ascend this ascension cycle, they're still going to be hit with an awakening through these energies. And it's going to be, again, if it is going to amplify our sensitivity, and we're already sensitive, we're in the awareness of our intuition, of our sensitivity, of energy and how it works. For those who have no clue, this is going to be overwhelming and going to put them in a space of fear. And that's where we, as the masters, knowing we are the masters, lead the way and show the way of how to deal with our own betrayals. And by us leading the way and showing the way of not projecting out and reacting emotionally to that which is going to arise. Because if anything, as I said in my last video, again, now from this point forward, you're charging your light bodies. They're anchored. And so now, liken it to you have a skin around you, a snake skin of the carbon-based vessel that's left. That is what's being shed. And that's the betrayal. And anything to do with your intimate love relationships. Any blockages still left of that carbon-based density will present itself to be released so you can fully charge your light body and focus on that. And by doing so, you're going to find you release that condensed light. All of this has to do with your love relationships that's coming up. And when you release this stuff that no longer serves you, that relationship that you've been trying to manifest in here will manifest out here. Remember, sweet ones, the planet has to be fully at 0 point. With all the karmic energies that she's releasing, to get to that 0 point, which is the full release of your carbon-based vessels. Anything that is not of the highest frequency of love will be presenting. And that's what the beauty of Jupiter and Venus are going to do for you. Leading us into the 1212 gateway. So no, for those that have open their hearts and they become vulnerable, you're about to be propelled into a very blissful, harmonious, peaceful space, even more so that will amplify you on your divine missions, your divine purposes. If you're not sure what that purpose and that mission is, what that your role, whatever it is going forward onto the new earth is, you're going to find that clarity will come in through this. Deeper clarity, deeper union, deeper everything is going to be amplified through these beautiful energies. And you're going to find you're going to feel within yourself a bliss and a passion that is going to give you an overabundance of confidence to really step out into the world and be the light showers you are. You're going to find that no longer are you going to be able to hide, because you're here as the way showers. And you can hide in your rooms, in your houses, and do your light work through social media, but that's not enough anymore. You're the pillars of light. And the only way to anchor that out in the world is to get out in the world and to shine your light. And so you're going to find, sweet ones, if you have been hesitant to do that, this will help you. If you have been unsure about starting your own business, healing practice, whatever it may be, you're going to find it's going to be supported. And you're going to be supported and have confidence in that support. You're going to find you no longer need to hide. You no longer have to question yourself, is this real? Am I crazy? None of that matters anymore. And as you face those fears and those energetic blockages, you're going to find the universe has always had your back. And so has the Creator. And you're being supported, and all of this is being amplified through Venus and Jupiter, and it's truly beautiful. It is truly beautiful, sweethearts, and it's very, very magical. And for those of you who find yourselves overwhelmed with circumstances, experiences, emotions, yada, 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 understand and understand and overstand, it's just showing you a blockage of yourself that you haven't healed. It's just condensed light. You have not transformed. And when you can look at it like that, rather than emotionally, you're going to find these energies are going to help set you free so quickly and so much more graceful and so much easier. And with the enhanced clarity and deeper truth it is, and your intuition being amplified now to even greater and deeper depths, if you will, and heights, both. You're really going to find, sweet ones, that you're going to be able to recognize easier those blockages before you react. You're going to find that with the revealing of this enhanced intuition and sensibility and stuff, you're going to start hearing people's thoughts. And that's where your mastery really comes in, sweet ones. Because you're going to hear those thoughts. You're going to hear good, bad, and indifferent what people think of you. But your mastery is you don't react on it. Because remember, everything is energy. Energy out is energy back. And that is where you really can see how far you've come in your mastery. Because, again, your intuitions are going to be amplified tenfold. Your sensibilities are going to be amplified tenfold. Your gifts are going to be amplified tenfold. And so, allow it to take place. Release whatever arises. Release that condensed light, sweet ones. It's just you shedding your skin and charging and amplifying your light bodies. Because they're anchored and engaged. And anything that's coming up is just that of the carbon-based condensed light. Good morning, Laura. Good morning, Alan. Let me catch up, sweet ones. Devin, Good morning. Big hugs and blessings. Gail, oh my God, thank you. I love you guys. You know, I couldn't do this if I hadn't gone through it myself. And anything I can tell, anything I talk to you guys about, I seriously have experienced. And as devastating as things seemingly can be to the human aspect of us, it's just there to show you somewhere within you, you're feeling that devastation. So what is it? Ask yourself that. And I seriously just said I don't care what others say or think about me as long as I'm happy. And sweet ones, that's really where it's coming. These energies are showing you, and if you observe back over your journeys, you're going to see what used to, oh God, what's so-and-so going to think? My jeans aren't ironed perfectly. I don't have a crease in them. Or this, that, and the other. You're going to find there is no opinion that matters, not even your own. If there is anything that matters to you, there is an emotional attachment to it. Because if it matters, it shouldn't matter. And as long as there is an emotional attachment, it is based on conditional love. Because love is not an emotion, love is. And you're coming into a space where you're coming in from a space where your emotions dictated your lives. And now you're coming into a space where your emotions no longer dictate your life. They no longer control and manipulate your life. Because you're coming into a space where theology is going to be the norm, is the norm, rather than psychology and analogy like I posted yesterday. On your spiritual journeys, you have been taught to go into a space of stillness and to push your thoughts away till your mind becomes blank and still. That was a necessary tool to get you to this space right here and right now. However, you're going to find, sweet ones, again, everything of the old has to go, including those teachings and beliefs. Those were things when you were in separation that were true. Anything of the 3D archonic grid, teachings, beliefs, whatever it may be, are all untruth now because you have risen to a higher frequency. And that's why I've always said, truth is as fluid as the emotional frame of mind you maintain and the frequency you maintain. Thank you, Belita, very much so. And so, you're coming into, let me restate that, you're in a new frequency, a frequency that is showing you in every given breath, sweethearts, that feeling is the only way to navigate through this. It is only when you feel and you follow the guidance and the whispers of your heart that you will continue into a more harmonious, peaceful life, physical plane experience. And if you cannot feel and you keep thinking and reacting from your mind, from your thoughts, from your emotions, you're going to continue to spiral and give permission to engage in chaos. And that's the beauty of this. When you can see you, when you allow yourself to see what is being revealed to you about you, perception changes with every level and frequency you go to. Because the higher in frequency you allow yourself to rise to, the more expanded your lens becomes, and you don't see it through just the physical lens. And So, when you can release the emotional attachments and not react emotionally when you are triggered, and you can step back in a higher, and that's what these energies are really going to do. They're going to really give you that ability to detach your emotions and see it. The increase in your psychic abilities, your intuition, and your sensibility and your gifts are going to grace you and grant you the ability to see through your own self-deceptions that you have not been able to energetically and consciously see. In other words, sweet ones, these energies of Jupiter and Venus are literally giving you the key to the doors of immortality and eternity if you allow yourself to put it in the lock. These energies of Venus and Jupiter truly, if you want to put it in a human context, is your doorway out of hell. If you allow yourselves to truly follow your heart, to truly allow yourself to start listening to the feelings of your heart and let that guide your every breath versus your emotions. And now you're going to find, sweet ones, no longer going into stillness and clearing those thoughts away is going to work. That was of the old. Now you have to allow yourself to go into a space of no thought, of thoughtlessness, and have that stillness in the thoughtlessness space rather than the space of stillness and thoughtlessness in the space of stillness. Remember, everything is inverted. So what was on this side of the hourglass in the 3D, now this is the truth here, because it's been flipped. As within, so without. As above, so below. The only difference is below and above are no different, and neither is in within and without. But you say those words, and the human aspect sees them still as separated. Sweet ones, the meeting point of heaven and earth, heaven and hell, above and below, past and future and present. And liken this to the Kabbalah tree of life if you like. But the meeting point of God is 6, the physical plane. Earth is heaven and earth is hell. It's just a frequency, a plane of existence. And you guys are all being revealed that the meeting point is right here on the physical plane called Earth. And it always has been. So as your illusions dissolve, sweet ones, and these energies reveal to you the true nature of heavenly paradise, and as your outside physical plane continues to morph and transform, you're really going to find when you address the energetic carbon-based condensed light that is going to be presented for you through these beautiful, glorious, holy, pure energies of Venus and Jupiter, you're going to find, you're going to tear yourself through the veils of your own illusion, and you're going to set yourself free. Because these energies will not let you fail, sweet ones. These energies will return you to the holiness and the purity of your heart, soul, and spirit. And I'll say this: you don't have a choice in the matter, because your cosmic heart already made the choice. Your soul has already made the choice. So your vessel can make it easy and graceful to release these last of these carbon-based condensed light energies that are coming up, or your human aspect can see it for what it is, listen to its heart, and know that you're releasing yourself from prison. You're setting yourself free. And that's the glory of this. Because with Venus and Jupiter joining hands, humanity's being set free and coming into a most glorious, glorious awakening, whether they're prepared for it or not. And we, who are here as the way showers, are the pillars of peace that are going to help them get through it. And that, sweethearts, how you doing, Ann? Big hugs and blessings. Is why you are being amplified with the confidence to stand as the ascended masters and the pillars of peace and light that you are. And these energies will give you that confidence to step out into the world, because we are the way showers and the leaders. And we are the creators that are going to show them how to build and create a world through peace, light, love, and harmony and bliss. So allow whatever arises, love it, sweet ones, let it go. Because it's going to magnify and amplify heaven on earth for you. Because you've been moved into a whole octave of new frequencies. And you're going to find, as soon as you let these betrayal energies go, that it's the last of the shackles that hold you back from all that you are. You're going to find heaven has always been here. It's never been gone. And paradise has just been a mask away. Have a great day, sweet ones. I love you. Reach out. We're in this together, hand in hand, side by side. There is no separation, sweet ones. None. And if you still feel there is, it's being revealed to you for a purpose. Have a great day. Step into love, sweet ones. Bye-bye now.